Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Neighbor. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. It is the 18th of August, 2021, the 18th of the 8th month. Thank you so very much for starting your wonderful Wednesday off with us here at the GBN and Classic. Always appreciate your listenership, your viewership. Thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure to be with you and always grateful that you're tuning in. Whichever platform you're using this morning, those of you on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11 and 20. Good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9 and all the folks joining us on Party Grenada and Go To Fet Facebook pages. To all our viewers and listeners across the Caribbean, whichever part of the region you are, a spicy Grenadian 473 morning to each and every one of you. Those of you joining us internationally, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. Going to use the opportunity to say a special good morning to residents in Haiti and Haitian nationals across the rest of the world. The death toll, I understand, is continuing to climb as expected, and it is at almost 2,000 as of last night. It is trying times in Haiti. They were, I don't want to say underwater, but they got flood waters yesterday from the passage of what was then a tropical depression, Grace. I am grateful, however, that Grace was a storm approaching the island. She turned down herself to a depression. She passed Haiti and then she went back up to a storm, a tropical storm. So at least she spared Haiti the brunt of her winds and rains. Nevertheless, they still got some. So I'm grateful that it was a depression and not a full-blown storm. So Grace, I guess, thanks for that part. And she decides, okay, Jamaica are coming and are coming as a storm. So Grace gone back up. Grace doing things up not there. So good morning as well to the residents of Jamaica. I saw some footage coming out of Jamaica with fallen trees and floodwaters and vehicles in floodwaters. So we send our thoughts and prayers to Jamaicans. I have been in contact with the National Disaster Management Agency in terms of what relief, if they are organizing any, for our Caribbean brothers and sisters. And as soon as I get that information, I will definitely share it with our viewers and listeners, because I know we all want to be a part of the relief efforts. We've been posting since over the weekend, Haiti, I'm sorry. So let me see you put your feelings into actual assistance to the residents of Haiti specifically. So once I get the information, I will share it with you. They are waiting on information from the regional organization, SEDIMA, before they put the relief efforts into place. And once that is done, Blossom will share the information. So once again, our prayers, our thoughts go out to the residents in Haiti, Jamaica, as well Haitian nationals across the rest of the world. All right, now let's get into it. Yes, word of the day. Word of the day time. Let's expand our vocabularies this morning and see what today's word of the day is. This morning's word of the day is a word I grew up hearing. The word of the day this morning, vamos actually. Vamos. V-A-M-O-S. vamos, a verb which means to leave hurriedly or quickly or to decamp. Vamos. It is an adaptation of the Spanish phrase vamos, and unlike the majority of recent borrowings from Spanish, which preserve the original spelling and approximate the original pronunciation, vamos is one of a small family of terms borrowed over 100 years ago that changed so much in both letters and sound that their connection to Spanish is almost unrecognizable. The closest relative of vamos is savvy, which derives from the Spanish word which means you or formal no, and is still sometimes used as a verb in English. Yep, we use it here in the Caribbean still as a verb. Word of the day this morning, vamos, V-A-M-O-O-S-E, a verb which means to leave hurriedly or quickly. An example of the word of the day, she decided it was time to vamos, and who better to escape with than the sun whom she always called her rock. Another example of the use of the word vamos. To me, that's a full sentence, vamos. And when adults trying to have a little conversation and they want the children to go on, vamos. Or when there's a guest in your house and you want to lock up, come with me, please. Vamos. Word of the day this morning. Only know the word vamos, V-A-M-O-O-S-E, vamos, a verb which means to leave hurriedly or quickly or to decamp. The thought for today, let's see what the thought for today, as you go about your wonderful Wednesday. Come computer, now is not the time to freeze on me. The thought for today, we all have our bad days, but one thing is the true. No cloud is so dark that the sun can't shine through. We all have our bad days, but one thing is true. No cloud is so dark that the sun can't shine through. We're all going to get some bad days, but bet your bottom dollar, the sun will come out tomorrow. Let's quote Annie this morning. It's not always going to be dark days, just hold strain. The sun is going to peep through, whether it's rain clouds or just dark clouds. The sun is going to come through. No day is so bad that it won't get better. So the thought for today, for those of you going through something, we all have our bad days, but one thing is true. No cloud is so dark that the sun can't shine through. So remember that you're going to come out on the brighter side sooner or later. You're going to come out on the bright side, the better side of the bad days. We're going to skip what's celebrated today and get straight into some information. You know, I like to hail up my athletes when they represent Grenada locally, regionally, internationally. And this morning I want to send positive vibrations to the lone Grenadian competitor at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships. Nazio John is competing, the lone Grenadian competing at the event. And when we were sleeping, he was racing. It was just about minutes to 4 this morning. He competed in the 100-meter race and finished third in his heat, automatically qualifying him for the semi-final of the 100-meter. So we send him positive vibration, nutmeg power. Nazio John finishing third in heat 5, and he is running in heat 2. Later today, I think it's minutes to 10 our time. Minutes to 10 this morning, he will be running in heat 2 of the semi-final. So we wish him all the best as the lone Grenadian competitor at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Kenya. And he's also expected to compete in the 200 meters. I believe the 200 meters will be, if not tomorrow, the day after. But I'll get the exact time and share it with you. So good luck to Nazio, flying the Grenadian flag by himself. I believe he's 19 years old if he reached there already. So just imagine having to represent your entire nation of 110,000 people and you're not even 20 yet. So we send him good luck, positive vibrations. Congratulations on making it to the semi-final of the 100 meter, which is scheduled for minutes to 10 this morning, and good luck in the 200 meters. So while we sleep in, Nazio representing. That's what we get when we send our athletes out there to represent us. They always do their best and continue to make us proud. So good luck to Nazio in the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Nairobi, Kenya. And And on that note, let's get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms, we bring you highlights of last evening's newscast. It's Good Morning Grenada on a wonderful Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
With a Digicel Prime Bundle, get double the dedicated Sports Max data to enjoy the greatest sports event happening now. Live in the Sports Max app. Get a 30-day Digicel Prime Bundle today in the My Digicel app. Digicel, better together.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
A severed thumb in Carriacou on one day, and the following day there's a severed hand on the mainland. Those are the two latest crimes occupying the investigative minds of the Royal Grenada Police Force. There's no word about the detention or arrest of anyone in connection with the case of the severed right hand. However, over on the sister island, indications are that the lost thumb stemmed from an altercation over allegations of sexual abuse against a minor. We will get the details on both stories from GBN's Beverly Telesford.
Monday evening seemed to have been the night from hell for persons living or moving around the Sugar Mill roundabout and its environments. Late into the night, reports surfaced that a man in a hoodie had chopped someone on the wrist. Another report followed that someone had suffered a severed hand. These claims were accompanied by photographs which went into circulation on social media. On Tuesday, police announced that a resident of Spring St. George was warded at the General Hospital in a stable condition following the chopping incident that resulted in him losing his right hand. The man has been identified as Sheldon Caliste. Today, we asked Corporal Cordina McLean of the Police Public Relations Department for an update.
In an unrelated matter, a Springs resident is presently warded at the General Hospital in stable condition following an altercation that occurred at Grandans in the Saigon area sometime after 7 p.m. last night. The individual, that chopping incident, resulted in him losing his right hand, and investigations are ongoing into this matter.
Police investigators on the mainland went on a fact-finding mission over the Grandans episode last night and continued digging for information today. Up to the time of filing this report, they had made no announcement of an arrest. While they probed the Grandans horror episode, their colleagues on the sister isle were already in investigative mode over a chopping incident which occurred 1 day earlier. The police reported that Mishak Prime, a 36-year-old mason of Boggles, Carriacou, was arrested and charged on Monday for attempted non-capital murder. He was reportedly involved in an altercation with another individual he suspected of sexually assaulting his daughter. Prime allegedly inflicted several chop wounds on the victim, leaving him without a thumb. Corporal McLean also provided an update.
Prime allegedly inflicted several chop wounds to that individual that left the victim without a thumb. He appeared before the Carriacou Magistrates Court this morning, the 17th of August, and was granted bail in the amount of $20,000 with 2 sureties. He is to have no contact with the virtual complainant, witnesses, or family members in this matter. He is not to be in the same vicinity with the virtual complainant. He is to surrender all his travel documents forthwith and report to the Carriacou Police Station every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. He is also not allowed to leave the state of Grenada without the authority or permission of the court. Prime will reappear at the Carriacou Magistrates Court on October 19th, 2021.
Prime appeared before the Carriacou Magistrates Court on Tuesday and was granted bail in the sum of $20,000 with 2 sureties, with the following bail conditions. He is to have no contact with virtual complainant, witnesses, and family members, not to be in vicinity of complainant, surrender all travel documents forthwith, report to Carriacou Police Station every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. He is not allowed to leave the state of Grenada without permission from the court. Prime is scheduled to reappear in court on October 19th, 2021. For GBN News, Beverly Telliswood.
Investigations may be opened into the recent death of a woman in the south of Grenada. That's one of the twists which are emerging from a tale about a property dispute which led to physical blows at a dwelling house at Lansapine. Attorney Jerry Edwin has found himself in the middle of the fracas and has been seen in a now viral video drawing a firearm during an altercation. Rena Pear Thomas reports.
For the mark. Get out, Jerry. Jerry. No, Jerry. You shouldn't be here.
This is part of the video recording of a heated exchange among disputing family members last Thursday, which features attorney Jerry Edwin as one of the starring member of the cast.
You're a liar, Jerry. No, Jerry. What are you doing, Jerry? What are you doing, Jerry? Why are you so aggressive? There's a police officer. What are you doing? Police officer. What are they doing?
During a media briefing on Tuesday, Edwin stated that his 82-year-old client Jacob Marshall had been facing a difficult time since the death of his wife in June. He defended his actions last Thursday, saying he was at the house to rescue the interests of an elderly man who was in distress. Edwin said the entire incident has been sparked by entitlements to family property. According to him, complaints were made to the South St. George police station on several occasions. Edwin claims that 2 persons invaded the property, which is owned by Mr. Jacob Marshall, and tried to remove the elderly man and other individuals from the house. The police were called in.
When I get to the house, Mr. Marshall is sitting on the floor. He looks up at me, pleading. Like, the incredible thing is that there are police officers on the scene. I implore the police officers, please arrest this young man, Derek Marshall. The police said to me, this is his son. I said, officer, did you check with your superior? Are you aware of the history of this? He said, no. I said, this man just broke into this door in a home that he does not own, and his father does not want him there. At that point, Derek Marshall starts recording.
Edwin admitted that when he was called to the scene by family members of the elderly man, he did draw his licensed firearm on 2 occasions.
We do not live in the wild, wild west. But you have to protect yourself if you know someone has just committed a serious home invasion and a criminal act and is then coming at you. I wonder what would have happened if I were not armed.
Corporal Kadina McLean of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force says that they are aware of the situation and investigations are ongoing.
We are aware of the circumstances surrounding this matter and have been involved to a certain extent for some time in treating with these circumstances. This matter, though initially it was civil in nature, it escalated and resulted in some criminal infractions. However, based on the content of the video, the criminal infractions observed are being probed, and so far 2 individuals were arrested and charged, and the likelihood of other arrests and charges are possible. We are also aware that the civil aspect of this matter is presently before the court.
McLean assures the public that more information will be provided when it becomes available. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, Jerry Edwin could be facing calls for his ouster. One of his colleague attorneys plans to bring a motion before the Bar Association, calling for him to be expelled because of last week's episode. As Cherian Blackman Stephen reports, the recent incident may also result in the investigation into the circumstances surrounding the death of Mr. Marshall's wife.
What I can tell you is that my client, Mr. Derek Marshall, is presently in the process of filing a formal complaint so that charges can be formally brought against Mr. Jerry Edwin.
Attorney Nigel Stewart says that acting on behalf of his client Derek Marshall, he has moved to seek disciplinary action by the Grenada Bar Association against his colleague Jerry Edwin for an altercation that recently occurred with his client. He said that the Marshall family dispute was already a subject of court proceedings that will be heard in September.
Last 4 months or so, Mr. Marshall, Derek Marshall, has been in Grenada making an attempt to visit his father and to get access to the property. But he has been denied this by certain persons, including Mr. Jerry Edwin. As a result, we have filed certain court proceedings, and there is a hearing sometime in September. Now, in light of what has happened a couple of days ago, as shown in the video, we are in the process of preparing a further application to file to the court to urge the court to expedite the hearing of this matter.
Stewart questioned the involvement of Edwin as the heartbeat of last Thursday's confrontation, which was recorded and released on social media. Responding to Edwin's briefing with the media regarding the incident, Stewart said there are alternatives to the family dispute.
The point is, Mr. Jacob Marshall has 3 children. So if you know that Mr. Jacob Marshall is suffering from dementia, and he's saying he doesn't want to have anything to do with Mr. Derek Marshall, my client, reach out to the other 2 children. Why would you bypass the children and seek to appoint a niece as the guardian of Mr. Derek Marshall, Mr. Jacob Marshall? And why would you be so quick to take the action you took to ensure that Mr. Derek Marshall is denied access to his father to the point where you would pull out your firearm? No, that to me was very responsible as an attorney.
Stewart also claimed that the death of his client's mother 2 months ago will also be subject to an investigation. Cheriam Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Bus operators are honking their horns again, but this time they are not trying to get the attention of passengers. They are hollering at the government. Rena Pett Thomas reports on another in a series of protests organized by the Bus Association.
That was the atmosphere at the front of the St. George's bus terminal on Tuesday morning, as bus operators and owners continue to press their claims for action. The most burning concern surrounds the high cost of gasoline, which has risen to $16.36, 4 cents less than the all-time high of $16.40, and the plea for increased bus prices. They called it Red Day and carried placards highlighting their grievances. President of the Grandans Bus Association, Garth Woodruff, says they need action.
They promised a stakeholder committee where busmen, among other entities in Grenada, truckmen and so on, would be established. We're in August, going on to a year. We are yet to see it. We have asked for a formal way so that the National Bus Association could convey information, have official communications and agreements set, right? They're shying away from that. Why is the people that we put in charge to lead us, right, trying to bring us down?
Association members have vowed to keep pressing for change until the remedial action is taken.
So we're going to have a press briefing maybe every week moving forward for people to know. And to answer the question, what is going to happen next? Just know and just understand that this is the start.
We will not stop.
This is the start. And if you think what happened here falls within the bracket of being normal, then you're about to experience a new normal.
The bus owners and operators are calling on the government to do what is right and meet them halfway in addressing their concerns. During a recent press briefing, Minister Nolan Cox said the government is trying to find ways to bring relief to the bus operators.
The whole issue of the bus, the increase in the bus fare, we had an engagement. We have an engagement with CDB and UNDP to help us with a market study, and that will also give us come up with a mechanism for increasing bus prices. As how it is done now, there is no structured or formal way or formula for us to decide if we should increase bus prices now and then how much it should be at. So we're hoping from that study we're able to come up with this mechanism that will guide the process going forward.
Infrastructure Minister Nolan Cox. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Local cases of COVID-19 continue to increase as health officials say a super spreader party held in St. George Northwest may be responsible for the increase. And Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles says the Ministry of Health is concerned that the Delta variant may be circulating. Trulana Charles has that story.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles, during Tuesday's post-cabinet press briefing, disclosed that a cluster of COVID-19 cases has been identified on island. 3 more active cases now brings the country's total to 19. 4 of the 19 cases are among locals with no travel history. They include a hospitality worker from the south of the island, a miner from Guave, and 2 cases from the St. George Northwest area who attended a party on Thursday, August 12th, during which others may have contracted the virus.
This individual, along with another case, also attended a farewell party in which there were in excess of 30 plus persons. Right now we are trying to identify these individuals. What we can say is that from that party, so far we have identified 5 individuals who have tested positive. It is likely that this party was a super spreader event.
Dr. Charles said the Ministry of Health is concerned that the highly contagious Delta variant of the coronavirus may be circulating on island. According to the Center for Disease Control, the Delta variant is more infectious and has increased transmissibility when compared to other variants, even in vaccinated individuals.
From what we are seeing, we are concerned that it is the Delta variant that may be circulating in our population. Everyone should be more than concerned that what what we are seeing right now could very well be the start of our outbreak.
Minister of Health Nicholas Steele said aggressive contact tracing efforts have begun. He urged Grenadians to get vaccinated as a measure of safeguarding their health.
How we get past this and how quickly we get past this is dependent on how we as a nation react to this. In the same way, how we have gotten to this point is dependent on how we as a nation have reacted as a whole. 20% of our population is vaccinated, which means 80% of our population is not. Which means 80% of our population still remain at a higher level of risk than we as a Ministry of Health or government would like to have.
Tests have been sent to CAFA to determine if there are active cases of the Delta variant on island. To date, Grenada has recorded 194 cases. Currently, there are 19 active cases with one individual presently hospitalized. Chalana Charles, GBN News.
Meanwhile, the media is on the chopping block. They have drawn the wrath of the country's health minister, Nicholas Steele. Steele was visibly angry today when GBN's morning show host, Blossom Alexis-Welsh, decided to ask him this question.
In relation to the recent cases, do you have any concern in relation to any one of those cases being at some of the recent gatherings, be it the Juve-like activities, the celebrations in Guav, the Olympic celebrations?
Pleaded and begged the population not to have these activities. Now you come and ask if we are concerned. Yes, we are concerned. That's why we pleaded and begged not to have these activities. That's why we said there should be no carnival this year. That's why we are critical of some radio stations, and if it is your radio station, then you need to recognize it, that promoted some of these activities, that encouraged people to attend these activities instead of discouraging. Some DJs I did hear, and some hosts discouraged people, but I did hear many encourage people to attend. And now you ask if we are concerned. Yes, we are concerned. What we wish is that you were concerned as we are now back then, when we said, do not have these activities, please.
His words, Steele was not mincing his words as he took direct aim at the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
Regrettably, you may not get away from COVID-19. And that's what we've been pleading and begging the nation to follow. And some people have taken joy in being able to throw caution to the wind over the last couple of weeks. And some radio stations have actively promoted those events. And then we get a GBN reporter asking me whether we're concerned. I think the GBN reporter needs to ask their GBN management whether they promoted those events or not, and what they're going to do. How are they going to help the Ministry of Health and Contact Tracing now? Because they help the promoters to promote the events. What are they going to do to help the Ministry of Health to figure out who was there?
It is the minister's hope that the offending media houses would now help with contact tracing.
We all have to take a personal responsibility, in particular those media houses that helped encourage people to get there. And I look forward to those responsible media personalities and media houses to comment on it and to help us to get people to follow the protocols.
The minister was speaking at the weekly ministerial briefing. In related news, as Grenada emerges from a tumultuous period on the social front, major stakeholders are being urged to revisit their approach to public discourse. They are being urged to step back from the noise and reflect on how to get people at the grassroots level involved in the process. That was one of the takeaways from last night's Beyond the Headlines program on GBN television. His perspective is captured in this report.
Junior George, who has become a household name in Grenada for his amazing Colors Mass Band production, is among stakeholders who have been negatively impacted by the cancellation of Carnival for 2 years in a row. He says he has sat back and observed the whole Carnival conundrum as it played out in Grenada in recent weeks, and he thinks inadequate public engagement is largely to be blamed. After giving much thought to the subject, George reflected on a similar challenge which plagued the island of Barbados some time ago. In his mind, the Barbadian Prime Minister Mia Mottley gave excellent leadership.
I really applaud the Prime Minister of Barbados and how she coordinates things. Like, I remember there were protests in Barbados, and the next day they had a town hall meeting where she brought out the people who had difference of opinion to voice their opinion at the town hall meeting. I think absent of people being heard, you would find a lot of disagreement, and that builds up pretty fast because people talk and it just gets worse and worse over a period of time.
George says it's quite evident that there's a lot of pent-up tension in the country and some talking and engaging is urgently needed.
I firmly believe that small groups of, whether it's community leaders, politicians, church, whoever it is, coming together and hearing the voice of the young people, understanding why they are upset, what is the main thing that is really driving their anger right now. Have community meetings, whatever. I don't know if they do, but I'm saying if they don't, here, let this scream, let everybody shout, and let people let their anger out, and then and only then you get a chance to understand what they're going through. But if you don't have a conversation, people's anger is going to build and build, and it's going to get worse, and we'll see this, and we probably see more of this type of protests.
The Amazing Colors Band leader believes that the Mia Mottley approach has worked well and should be contemplated by her peers in Grenada.
Mia Mottley, I think she had the blueprint in terms of connecting with people, and I hope that would spread out through the Caribbean regions as well, where you bring in people, you talk, you have consistent conversation with people that's mostly affected.
George says, as has been the case with other stakeholders, he too has registered some loss as a result of the cancellation of Spice Mass for the second year running, but he understands the necessity of placing a hold on the festival as the world works its way through the COVID-19 pandemic. Krista Campbell, GBN News.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis, get going.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel. Available only at Rubis stations.
Let's get tough on breed your larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the farmers, don't steal produce from your brother. Then you sell it to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop radio larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal.
When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. 18 and a half minutes after 7 o'clock. Happy to have you. Those of you who are just getting out of bed, I envy you just a little bit, but I'm happy that you're in the land of the living. Thank you for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. Those of you who stuck with us, thank you for your patience. Let's start this morning's discussion. I have joining me virtually is Service Chairperson of the Lions Club of St. John, Mr. David Hopkin. You want me to use David or Anthony?
Well, you can use both David Anthony Hopkin.
Okay, so David Anthony Hopkin.
Names, yeah?
David Anthony Hopkin it is. And he's here to tell us about an activity the Lions Club of St. John is having, which would be officially launched tomorrow. Is the Youth Entrepreneurship Training Program and Expo. Good morning, Lion Hopkin. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Blossom. I'm doing well. I'm just sipping on some lemongrass and ginger, yeah?
Okay, that's a piece of show-off. That's a piece of show-off. Happy to have you this morning.
Yes.
All right. So the Entrepreneurship Training Program and Expo, which will be launched tomorrow, God willing. First of all, tell me what inspired the Lions Club of St. John to have this activity, and why is it being held in the month of August?
Okay. So for those who are not aware, the Lions Club of St. John's has been going on since 2018. We have done a number of projects, some of which we have shared on your program Blossom before, Gloria Bonaparte, along with others. And August is a month of youth within the Lions Club. Actually, last week we celebrated World Youth Day. And our club decided to focus a bit on youth for the month of August by embarking on a project called Youth Initiative, a Youth Entrepreneurship Training and Expo. It's a three-phase approach to this initiative. One, we have the launch tomorrow, Thursday, 19th of August at 5:30 p.m. outside the gas station, where we would highlight some talented young people within the parishes of St. John's and St. Mark's, along with speeches and so on. Following that, from Monday the 23rd, that entire week, we will be having the training session. Now, this would be on topics related to entrepreneurship, things like marketing, developing your product, developing your idea, financing, budgeting, all those issues will be addressed. We are collaborating with GIDC, Grenada Development Bank, and other stakeholders in order to provide those information to the participants. Already, we have 27 young persons who either have already started their business or they are in the process of developing the idea. So we want to highlight them a bit. During that week, give them all the tools that they would need to create an effective business. Then the following week, each participant has been assigned a particular lion to journey with them for that week to prepare for the expo, which will be held on the 3rd of September. On the 3rd of September, the street where Fish Friday used to be are held. We will convert that into an expo area where we would showcase all these young people, even some that would not have attended the training, they too would be there. So it'd be areas like food, craft, tourism industry, all those young people within the St. John's and Max area that are involved in some form of business or entrepreneurship can get a chance to showcase their product for the entire community to see. And that will be held on the 3rd of September. We'll begin with an opening ceremony then, and we'll end out with certification and so forth. So basically, that's the idea for the Youth Entrepreneurship Program from the Lions Club of St. John's.
And the theme for the celebrating the Youth Entrepreneurship Program as well as the Expo, empowering and inspiring youth through entrepreneurship. How much do you think you've achieved in what the theme encapsulates and empowering our young people?
Let's take the two words, empowering and inspiring. Now, we want these young people to understand that, yes, your idea do have worth, do have value. We want to encourage you to don't give up on it. There may be challenges, but you can overcome those challenges by the information that we're going to expose you to, by just saying, yeah, we believe in you, we know you can make it, so it will build some self-confidence. Also, there's another spin-off to it, is that while you are progressing and doing well in that area, we hope that other young people would be so inspired that they too would say, look, I can do something too. I can do well. I can make a good contribution to my community. I can develop my idea. I can do this, right? So we want to give them an alternative to diversify it also in different things. You don't have to just be an employer. You can also be an employee. You don't have to be an employee. You can be an employer too. You can employ other young people to help you in the process, and developing your idea. So we want our young people to know that you have skills, you have talents, you have the ability to be innovative, to be creative, to develop your own idea, and to make a worthwhile contribution to our communities.
To further develop the entrepreneurial spirit, maybe even talent of our youths, how does the Lion Club of St. John facilitate that? I mean, having the training workshop is one thing, but what happens after that?
Well, we, as I said before, that the second phase is to have each of those participants to be aligned to one of our lions. We hope that after the expo, that it doesn't stop there. We would continue to work along with those persons, whatever they need, we would advocate for them. And because we have linked up with agencies like the GIDC, Grenada Development Bank, along with others, we have other partners as well. We can steer them into the direction that can help to sustain their business, And if, for example, while they go through the training, they realize, look, I can move a step further through these agencies, then that will happen, will allow this to happen. And we also partner with the Ministry of Youth, who already have a program on entrepreneurship, and basically to help with funding and other things like that, so we can advocate for them as we move forward.
What exactly would be on display at the expo?
Okay, let me give you an idea of some of the business ideas that are coming forward from our young people. We have one doing laundry services, vehicle parts. I'm not sure of the nitty-gritty of those ideas. Local Pinnacle, natural makeup products. We have local juice and smoothies, furniture, flower pots, cakes, tool sharpening, hot dogs and juice preparation, personalizing and branding stuff, food bar and local soaps. We have art, we have barbecue specialists, we have makeup artists, furniture making, flowers, potato pudding, seasoning, spices, cakes, and local eats and drinks. These are some of the ideas that we have so far from the young persons that we have already registered for the program.
Is this the first that the Lions Club is holding?
Yes, this is the first youth event we are having in St. John's and St. Mark's. As I said before, that we've started in 2018. The Lions Club of St. John's caters for serving the people of St. John's and St. Mark's. So all our activities, most of the time, all the time, will be geared around these two parishes.
So what has the situation been like among the young people in those two parishes, St. Mark, St. John, in terms of their ability to tap into their talents and not, as the saying goes, not be idle on the streets? Idle hands are the devil's workshop. But what has the situation been like among the youth in St. Mark and St. John to foster their skills and occupy themselves productively?
Okay. We have done a simple analysis of our community, and our president who just installed, Lion Alison Knight, she has a very big heart for young people. And when she started, she indicated that she would like to do as much as she can for young people to give them some sense of direction, because from her perspective, she felt that the young people of these two parishes needed to be appreciated some more, to be inspired some more, to be given the opportunities more so that they can be the best that they can be. Because maybe to some extent we have some persons young persons who have lost direction and so on. I mean, we know the difficulties. We have low employment, we have issues surrounding young people, but we want to say to them that you are worthwhile, you are capable, you are talented, you are innovative, and we would like to work with you in helping to build and contribute to your community.
And what has the response been like from these young people to actually get a chance to showcase their skills and talent?
Well, I mean, Langoria Bonaparte has been one of the persons reaching out to those persons, because she's the chair of the subcommittee for youth and education, parenting and drug abuse. She has been getting an overwhelming response with our committee. We have already 27 young persons registered from both St. John's and St. Mark's. We have others, and we are still open. Even if you can't take the whole of the training, but you can be at the expo, that's excellent as well. Also, those who we ask to come to perform or something like that, they are all excited about it. They want to show who they are, and that's excellent. The response has been very good.
I like to hear that. How can, or what are the other plans of the Lions Club of St. John to further develop our youth, or maybe even other projects that you have that can target adults as well to further develop those two parishes, residents in those two parishes?
Right. So also within the education, youth and parenting, we have a joint venture together with the police force, the Western Division, especially Guelph Police Station, to do a parenting workshop. We're going to collaborate with them to help particularly parents of children who are at risk, or parents who are at risk to some extent, and in some cases, parents who are faced with the court issues. So we're going to partner with the police force, the Guelph Police Station, to run this workshop for parents. I think it's a 12-weeks training program for these parents. We would do that. Already we have 25 parents already signed up for that workshop, which we intend to roll out this latter part of this year. Along with that, we have public speaking and choral speaking competition for the schools and so forth. That's under education. The disaster environment and community efforts would be, we're going to be running some soup kitchens for those who are homeless and who need food. during the course of the year. We'll also be giving out some seedlings to the 4-H groups throughout the schools in St. John's and St. Mark's. We'll be running an environmental project, and we hope to partner with the Disaster Management Committee of the area to help enhance the capacity of disaster preparedness. We have already started by running first aid workshops. We have done the first phase of it already last year, and we'll be running the second phase this year, where these persons will be certified as first responders in terms of disaster management. In terms of health, we'll be continuing to look at the area of diabetes, vision. We'll be providing eyeglasses we will go to the school and do the testing of grade 6 students come September, October. And children who would need eyeglasses, we're going to work to provide eyeglasses for them. So basically, this is just a snapshot of some of the things that we intend to do this year.
On the 3 years since the Lions Club of St. John has been launched, what do you think has been the biggest accomplishment of the club, as well as its greatest challenge?
Okay, the biggest accomplishment, I think last year we had a diabetes project. It was very effective. I mean, I'm very proud of what we have done. We have done some billboards in St. Andrews, St. George's, and St. John's. We have done food care workshops, carers for diabetes patients, how they should go about doing their jobs. We provided equipment for testing various sugars and so on. We've done videos promoting healthy eating and so on, managing your diabetes and so forth. So we have done all of these, and that has been really good. The response has been great. And so many persons have been impacted by this project over the last year. In terms of the challenge, we have right now 37 members. We have grown. I mean, we started with 20, now we have 37. The issue is that sometimes we're willing to serve, but the timing can be a bit difficult for us because most persons have jobs and so forth. And you have to try to weave that in, not neglect your job, but still able to serve your community. And I think we must value the time and effort of volunteers, but also we have to try to find the balance where we can be able to serve successfully, but yet not impact on people's regular thing. Actually, the theme for this year, Lions in the district is serving from the heart. You know, there's something different about serving from the heart. When you do it from your heart, there's a different feeling. There's a different vibes, if you want to say.
That's true. That's when you're more dedicated to it. It's more fulfilling for you when you serve from the heart.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's fulfilling, yeah.
What are what do you see the Lions Club of St. John in 10 years?
Oh, yes, that's the vision. Yes. I see the Lions Club as a very viable institution in the communities of St. John's and St. Mark's because we will make a difference. Because wherever there's a need, you would find a lion there. And we are aware of the needs of our community. We do not have a lot of money on our own, but the nature of the Lions Club is that we use the little that we have, along with those of the community, to bring together to help serve those who are in need. And I think once persons are seeing us very excited and willing to do that, they're going to support, and we will be impactful in what we do throughout the communities.
In terms of the entrepreneurship program and expo, how can youths be a part of it? Do you have room for any more, and can people outside of St. Mark and St. John participate?
Yes. Well, I'm sorry, first of all, to put that in. We would prefer to remain in St. John's and St. Mark's because that's the young people we are catering for.
Understandable.
I guess those outside of that can contact their own Lions Club, St. Andrews Lions Club or St. George's, and see what can be done on their end. With regards to other young persons wishing to be part of it, you can log into our Facebook page, Lions Club of St. John, and send us a message there, or contact Lion Gloria Bonaparte or myself on Facebook or anywhere. I don't have the numbers offhand that I can give to you, but the easy way to do it is go to our Facebook page and you can send us a message there and we would respond immediately. And we have space. I mean, it's about young people celebrating who they are, what they're capable of.
In terms of the expectations, what are you expecting the participants would get from the training as well as the expo?
Right. On the level of the participants, I am hoping that they would move away being inspired to continue their business idea and developing it so that it can be a viable business opportunity for them. And they would also inspire others to not give up and not dash their idea, but inspire others to keep on working at what they have. The expo is that the community would be aware of those businesses, aware of those ideas, and tap into it. So now, for example, we have the Pinnacle person, local Pinnacle. I mean, if I have to buy Pinnacle now, where should I buy my Pinnacle? Now I know that I have a young person in St. John's who has that business. It gives opportunities for the community to support what is theirs. And by extension, you're supporting a family, you're supporting a community, and you're making life better for everybody else.
All right. Any final thoughts you'd like to share this morning, Lion Hopkin?
Well, I just want to encourage persons to join us for these events this week. We would be at Guelph Gas Station on Thursday for the opening at 5:30 p.m. There'll be some presentations as well as speeches from various stakeholders. And the training coming up next week and the expo on the 3rd of September. By the way, Blossom, on Saturday, we would be hosting a soup kitchen from the St. Peter's Soup Kitchen Ministry. The Lions Club will be cooking the food and we'll be sharing out to those who are less fortunate, as well as those on the streets who are having difficulties getting a meal, especially on Saturday. So that's another activity we'll be doing this weekend.
Nice. Well, keep up the good work, the Lions Club of St. John. Look forward to hearing some good things from the training, the entrepreneurship training, and the expo as well. So the training starts tomorrow. Please allow for how long? 2 weeks?
The launch is tomorrow, and the training starts for 1 week, and the partnering is 1 week, and the expo is 1 day.
Okay. All right. And the expo is at the St. John's? And
that's St. Dominic's, St. Francis Street, where the Fish Friday is normally held.
Okay, all right, all right. Just picturing it. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Lion David Anthony Hopkin. Thank you very much, sir, for being our guest this morning. Appreciate it, and good luck with all the activities that the Lions Club of St. John has planned.
Thank you very much, Blossom.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks to our listeners.
Service Chairperson of the Lions Club of St. John, Lion David Anthony Hopkin. David Anthony Hopkin. We thank him for being our guest. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to link up with Just School Media for this morning's traffic cam. It's Good Morning Grenada. It's now 19 and a half minutes to 8 o'clock.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a new coronavirus introduced to humans for the first time. It is spread from person to person, mainly through the droplets produced when an infected person speaks, coughs, or sneezes. These droplets can land in the mouths or noses of people who are nearby. These droplets are too heavy to travel far in the air. They only travel approximately 1 meter and quickly settle on surfaces. This is the reason person-to-person spread is happening mainly between close contacts. The exact time that the virus can survive on surfaces is not yet known. So it is wise to clean surfaces regularly, particularly in the vicinity of people infected with COVID-19. Hands touch many surfaces, which can be contaminated with the virus. You should therefore avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth, since contaminated hands can transfer the virus from the surface to yourself. When coughing or sneezing, cover your mouth and nose with the bend of your elbow or use a disposable tissue. If a tissue is used, discard it immediately into a closed bin. The most effective way to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus is to clean your hands frequently with an alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. This will eliminate the virus if it is on your hands. Stay healthy and prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Feel good facts. Help prevent cold and flu by washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. That's the time it takes to remove most germs. No soap and water? No worries when you've got alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Feel good facts. Remember, if you have flu symptoms, do the right thing and stay at home to avoid giving it to others. Remember, you can be infectious up to a week after developing symptoms, so rest up and take it easy.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey. Stop
Look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
We now join Just School Media for this morning's traffic cam. Let's see and hear what's happening on the outside. It's a collaboration between GBN and Just School Media. Junior Checkley, take it away.
We are noticing some sinks in the road. This road is in dire need of a proper road repair, and I'll show you why. So today the traffic cam, we're talking about the road condition. We are just about to pass Williams Corner. So good morning, all of those of you listening on GBN Radio, GBN TV, viewing, welcome to Wednesday morning traffic cam midweek. This area of road, paying attention, I'll just slow down a bit. This area of road right here, people, is a disaster waiting to happen. This area of road right here, just before you meet the cliff, is a disaster waiting to happen. The road is sinking on one side. So my suggestion to the Minister of Works is to divert heavy traffic to Woburn, divert all heavy traffic to Woburn to protect this road for it to. So I'll turn around on the cliff and I'll come back and show you all what I'm talking about. I'll turn around on the cliff and I'll show you all what I'm talking about. On the cliff, and we are heading back so I can show you what I'm talking about. So suggesting make Toby Road one-way traffic to get into Woodlands. We can make the Toby Road one-way traffic to get into Woodlands. And on this area of traffic, Minister of Works, I'm calling on you, because this is a disaster waiting to happen. Divert all heavy traffic through Woburn. You see, look at the condition, and the road continues to move. The road continues to move down to the houses. The road continues to move. See? So I'm just bringing this to the attention as a motorist, and for safety of drivers on the road, also safety of the residents underneath the road, that this area of road be only for light traffic. So all heavy traffic pass through Woburn Main Road. So this Monday morning, Wednesday, traffic is about the road condition. The road, that road between Vicky Cross Road and the cliff, needs some urgent attention. Urgent attention. Let's not wait until some disaster happens, some catastrophic thing happens, and people lose their lives before we close off the road or restrict the traffic to only light vehicles. So I'm just encouraging, just imploring, just thinking ahead, looking at what can happen so that the Minister of Works, the Ministry of Works, can close off this road to heavy traffic and let it be only for light traffic going all the way from Vicky Cross Road up to the cliff. So I'm just bringing this to your attention this morning as part of my traffic cam. I've been observing this road condition a while now and wondering why nothing has been done. So suggestion number one, limit the traffic to light traffic. Also, use the Toby Road as a one-way traffic to get into Woodlands. And all heavy traffic. Number 3, all heavy traffic, let it go through Woburn. So this is my observation this morning for your traffic cam. This particular area of road, and we passing by it again, and you can see the road is sinking down to the properties right there. So I'm just encouraging, asking that the Ministry of Works look into this. 3 suggestions. Let this road be only for light traffic only. Light traffic. Make Toby Road one-way traffic to get down into Woodlands, and all heavy traffic pass through Woburn. That's my suggestion for traffic cam this morning. So I thank you, folks. Thank you for being part of this Wednesday morning traffic cam. Now we are heading upwards. Let's see what else we observe on the road this morning. So good morning, one and all. Good morning. For those of you who just joined, we were looking at the area of road between Vicky Cross Road and the cliff. And we see that needs some urgent attention. Some things that can be put in place while they wait for the road to be repaired. Make that road only for light traffic. For light traffic only. Make Toby Road one-way traffic to get into Woodlands, and all heavy traffic pass through Woburn. That's just my suggestion to the Ministry of Works. Because we cannot wait till something catastrophic happens, that the road give way and some heavy vehicle passing and it fall on the people's houses. We have damaged vehicles, damaged properties. People may even lose their lives. So before that happens and we run and say we're closing off the road, let's prevent that from happening by allowing light traffic to travel from Vicky Cross Road to the cliff. Heavy traffic pass through Woburn, and one-way traffic to go into Woodlands go down to Toby Road. That's my suggestion for the Ministry of Works this morning. Just school media traffic cam. Because I'm a driver and I see the danger. I see it. I see what can happen if it's left unattended. So I'm bringing it to the attention of all of you and also to the Ministry of Works. And another thing that I have to bring to the attention. Yes, it's good really pushing the country, keeping the nation.
People started to crack up, manifest start to set up. Some of them start to complain. They say traffic is a shame. As if people start to walk, cause they can't take the road back. They say this is carnival.
And that's it for this morning's traffic cam, bringing to our attention those of you who were unaware the dangerous situation on that main road. So as Junior advised, and I agree, the road is in dire need of some attention. And I know there are houses just. It was a few weeks ago, I think it was sometime last month, that a truck heading from the cliff area, heading toward the intersection there with the roundabout. One of the tires went down in a pothole, and that helped to... What is it again? The driver lost control. I was trying to phrase it properly. And that helped the driver lose control of the truck. And grateful that there was a railing there that the truck did not tumble over the precipice and end up on the houses below there. So that road, I agree with Junior, that road needs urgent attention. So hopefully somebody's tuned into Traffic Cam this morning and they can actually hear from other drivers their thoughts on the situation there. You know, sometimes we like to wait until the situation get coconious or more coconious before we address it. Hopefully they won't wait until then. So thank you once again to Junior. Every Monday and Wednesday, 6:45 a.m., a collaboration between GBN and Just School Media. We bring you Traffic Cam. And this morning's Traffic Cam was especially informative to the motoring public and those in authority of what needs to take place there. He's passing through Calivini, heading on up to the St. David area. So far, smooth flow of traffic, no long traffic lines or lines of traffic. Look, somebody come and look at this. Is that a police van that just passed it? Lord, Holly, be careful on the nation's roads. No matter how skilled of a driver you think you are, there's always somebody doing something stupid, or somebody who's not as versed with the traffic code as some of the others. So just be careful. Defensive driving, no matter how skilled you are, just remember there are others who are not as skilled as you are and not as sensible as well. Remember that. All right. Thank you so very much to Junior. Now let's wrap up the televised portion of Good Morning Grenada. Thank you so very much for tuning in. It is always a pleasure. Thank you for your listenership. Thank you for your viewership. I am following the Under-20 Championships in Kenya with Grenada being represented by Nazio John. The 100 meters is scheduled for the semi-final is scheduled for minutes to 10. It's 2 hours away, but I'm trying to keep abreast of what's taking place. All right, enjoy the rest of your wonderful Wednesday. It is now 3.5 minutes onto the hour of 8 o'clock. Have yourselves a blessed, enjoyable, wonderful Wednesday.